What's up everybody, my name is Ben and today we're going to go through a few tips for beginners starting their journey in New World, the new MMO RPG from Amazon Game Studios. There's a lot of things that are thrown at you all at once when you start New World and quite a few things the game doesn't do a great job of explaining. So this video is some beginner tips and advice I thought would be useful to know from the get-go. Just before we start, if you like this video, consider dropping a like, comment and subscribe, it all massively helps. You can also catch me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/ProRogueBear. With that all out of the way, let's jump straight in. There are 3 factions in New World: Syndicate, Covenant, and Marauders, and you get to pick your faction fairly early on, around level 9 or level 10 or so. In a town controlled by the same faction as you, there are 3 resources you can pick up every 20 to 30 minutes roughly, i.e. water from the well, honey from the beehive, milk from the cow. Different cities have variations like lumber or iron, so best to check. Honey is used in lots of tier 2 crafts for food, so best to stockpile when you get the chance. Milk is also super useful early on for crafting rations to keep your health up, so this is a super cheap way to get food when you're starting out. Craft iron tools ASAP. Your flint tools you create at the beginning will get you started and help you to gather materials, but you should use these to gather the following materials as soon as possible so you can upgrade your tools. Upgraded tools are better and faster, and time is money as they say, so you have no time to waste. To get a full set of iron tools, you will need 38 iron ingots, 10 timber and 6 coarse leather, which is 152 iron ore, 40 pieces of wood, and 24 rawhide. This will mean you can then make an iron harvesting sickle, an iron logging axe, an iron mining pickaxe, and an iron skinning knife. You can make these at a workshop tier 2 in your city, which most cities will have by now. This is a small one but super helpful, especially when you've got to pick up like chests in an area or kill enemies in an area. When you enter into an area where a quest is located, they will light up gold and be highlighted. So when you've got quests saying kill X amount of things here, make sure that you are in that area, because if you go out of the area, those enemies won't be marked or count towards your quests, so just bear that in mind. Super useful if you've got a few quests in the same area as well, you can kind of just knock them out while you're in that area. Storage sheds are your friends. They hold 1,000 worth of weight, and any crafting station you visit in that city will be able to use those materials. So you don't have to lug them around with you, get them out, keep them in your inventory and then spend them. You can just use them in the storage shed, and any crafting station in the city will be able to use those materials. Please note this is per city. So your materials in a shed in Cutlass Keys won't work for crafting tables in First Light, for instance. By doing activities in a particular region like Cutlass Keys, you will have the option sometimes to upgrade your storage by 25 weight at a time. So for your home base where you're setting up and going to be working a lot out of, it makes sense to upgrade your storage shed in those cities, but not in just any other random city you come across really. There are a number of things in New World that can make your teleportation costs lower. One of these is having low encumbrance, so stashing all your stuff in a storage shed or selling all your bits and pieces and then teleporting. If the city is of a similar faction to you, so it's a syndicate city in your syndicate for example, it will also be cheaper, and it's a bonus if it's your company that owns the city as well. It's even cheaper then. In this case, it's best to place your in recall spot to a further away city, more expensive city, rather than your home city, as Azoth is fairly abundant. You can come across it quite easily, and it's more cost efficient to use the free recall every 60 minutes further away locations. For example, my home base is Cutlass Keys, but my recall point is in Brightwood, so I can get very quickly to the north of the map for free every 60 minutes, and I can also cheaply teleport back to Cutlass Keys at any time whenever I want. So your attributes and weapon skills can be freely re-spec'd up to level 20. From there, they cost a small amount of gold relevant to your level. So at level 20, once you've reached that, if you then want to re-spec your character, it will cost you 25 gold to change your attributes. This then is meant to scale as you go up in levels, so it will cost more if you're a level 40 or you're level 60 than it would being a level 20. Up until you're level 20, you'll be able to re-spec as many times as you want and get that perfect character build that you're after. The main thing here is it's not the end of the world if you do want to change your character specs in the future, because you will be able to spend in-game money to change it. This is a big one. Make sure you're harvesting vegetables, mushrooms, hemp, herbs, etc. These are all up to level 30 gathering spots, which increase your harvesting level. The reason I say this is the main quest requires you to have level 30 gathering fairly early on. The quest is around level 17, 18, 19, something like that. And usually if you don't have this already, you'll need to stop and grind this out. A lot of the level 30 harvesting nodes are super useful for alchemy as well. So the sooner you get this up to level 30, the sooner you can progress with your main quest. You're also getting a lot of materials crafts as well. Don't miss out on the free XP. So when you're wandering around New World, you will come across these glowing blue notes, these kind of journal pages. These journal entries can be read or just instantly picked up with T by default on the keybinds, and it gives you XP scale to your level. free XP, and a bit of extra lore if that's your thing. Most areas commonly have 2 to 3 of these note pages, sometimes even more, so best to keep your eyes peeled. You can't sell items to merchants in New World. You either sell at the trading post to other players, or you can salvage the items you don't want / can't sell. Now, most low-level items or bits of equipment and weapons and stuff you pick up that you're not really going to be able to sell, you're way better off salvaging them. You will get repair parts and a small amount of gold this way. This is the only way to get repair parts. You can't build them or craft them or anything like that. You have to salvage your weapons and equipment to get repair parts. If you crafted the item yourself at a crafting station, you will also get some of the materials back as well. So this is useful if you're leveling your weaponsmithing skill, making like 20 swords, and then you just want to just break them all down, salvage them. You won't get it all back, but you will get some like iron bars back and stuff like that. So you might be able to squeeze out another couple of swords and stuff like that to keep making. So it's something to bear in mind. And following on from the previous point, repairs. So when your tool starts to get low, you can repair it for some repair parts and some gold. You can do this wherever you are, right from your inventory. Best to repair items individually when they are low, rather than click and repair all at the bottom of the screen. A button does make it look super easy, but it's a much more expensive way of doing it. Repair parts tend to not scale evenly, so you can waste gold and repair parts by using the repair all button on things you don't really need to repair, and things that you might actually end up just ditching because you'll get a better replacement by the time you come to actually wear that item down anyway. So it's better to do this ad hoc as you need it. You can only get repair parts from salvaging gear you found, so never throw any weapons or armor away. If you don't want it, salvage it. Last but not least, as a bonus tip, you can repair armor and weapons as much as you want, and they won't lose durability. Your tools, however, will become less useful. This means over time they will break more often, and you'll be repairing them more and more. There will be a point where it's more cost efficient to craft a new tool rather than spending the money to repair it. There are 2 weight systems on your character. One is your equipped weight, which dictates how quick or slow you can dodge, and your damage output or crowd control skills. And then there's your inventory weight system, which can be increased by equipping bags, which you can unlock at level 15, level 30, and level 45. Having your inventory weight too high will mean you can no longer run, dodge, or use weapon abilities, which can be very annoying. Keep an eye on your inventory and remember to come back and empty your bags in your storage shed regularly. Lastly, town project quests and your faction quests are super important for exploration, XP, and making money in New World. These quests will range from killing enemies to picking up chests to handing in X amount of resource and making X amount of an item via the crafting tables. Not only is this stuff for you to do, but it will help your town level up its crafting stations as well. The faction quests will see you rewarded with reputation and tokens, which can be used to unlock items that you can buy specific to your faction. So that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed the video and found these tips useful. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what your tip would be for new players just starting out. Remember to do your boy a solid and like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help the algorithm, and it is much appreciated by me as well. You can also catch me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/ProRogueBear. Until the next time, I'll see you in the next video.